Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1330, and today's topic is in continuation of hearing, and the topic is it is your brain which hears, not your ears. It looks very much surprising that how can I say that our ears are not hearing, rather brain. So I have gone through a lot of research publications and a lot of research is going on that how the sound wave and different type of noise itself is identified as pollution of wavelength and how they are affecting our normal hearing, or we can say that our internal ear, our eardrum, that drum which is vibrating internal ear after receiving the sound wave, and if it is not properly vibrating, means that vibration it will amplify and then it will reach to internal ear where that wave is converted into electrical signal, and that electrical signal will pass by your auditory nerve, that is called nerve which is responsible of taking the electrical signal to your brain, and in your brain all those cells which are responsible in center of the brain, that electrical signal again it will be identified and processed into sound wave, and then you will hear. This is all long process which is done within no time, in seconds. And here the problem comes when our that we can say membrane eardrum which is not properly working, or where our sound wave is not amplified into a strong sound wave, and in this way our brain will be receiving very poor electrical signal, and that is very much harmful to our brain cells. And that condition, if for a long time we have such problem where sound wave what we are receiving and it has gone to internal ear where it is converted into electrical signal, is not a strong wave and it is weak, means in our brain we are receiving weak signal for a long time, that your brain is called a rusted brain. Your brain will become, that is called a rusted brain, because your brain cells are not activated properly with the help of those signals. So here, in order to amplify those sound waves which we are receiving in normal circumstances without any hearing aid, make sure that it is strong enough so that it can give that wave which is converted into frequency and then converted into electricity, that is called electrical impulse. And I have already told you that all these sounds or all photons, they can behave as a wave and at the same time particle. If I say particle, means that wave is converted into electricity, means it is particulate electron that is going to trigger the brain cells and stimulate them. Then I have already discussed this thing, that once it is stimulated, your mood will be okay, your ear will be okay, and lot of your brain function will be activated and motivated. But if your ears are not receiving a strong wave, that is sound wave, is a serious matter. That's why even in young age, at any time, if you have such problem, and that you have to identify, you have to make the assessment that whether you have some such type of weak sound wave which is converted into electrical signal wave is weak. In that case, we have to go for doctor, those who are dealing with ear, nose and throat, and to get checked that how to amplify, how to improve the wavelength of the sound which your ear is receiving. And nowadays there are a lot of new technological devices are available to convert poor sound wave to amplify, and then they have microphone also. That microphone will make you to hear very nicely, and all the noise will be filtered out with the help of artificial intelligence. Now artificial intelligence is also coordinating with that hearing aid, and now we are having digital, very latest wireless type of hearing aid in order to make the sound wave strong enough so that it is converted into a strong electrical signal, and it is taken by your auditory nerves to your brain, and then it is processed. And once it is processed, so that electrical signal is strong enough to activate your brain also. So your brain, that is what they have given the research paper, rusted brain. Rusted brain means once somebody is having poor sound wave and he did not check that hearing sound wave, which is always in poor signal, electrical signal, and your brain is rusted, and it is towards memory loss, weak memory, dementia and Alzheimer's. And the hearing problem people are associating with high blood pressure, with high sugar, means diabetic condition. But nowadays, according to latest publications in American and British journal, they are indicating that the failure of receiving sound wave, strong sound wave, and where we can convert that strong sound wave into a strong electrical wave, and that strong electrical wave is carried out by your auditory nerve, and once signal is strong, that electrical signal, then definitely it will be powerful to activate your lot of brain cells, and it will be processed. So you will be having two functions. You will hear very nicely, and secondly, your some hormones, they are known as mood or happy hormone, they will be also activated and released more and more. So your sound wave signal, what your ear is receiving, if your internal eardrum is weak, which is not capable of amplifying and making good vibration, so that internal ear can convert into good electrical signal, is the serious issue. That's why without any hesitation, even it doesn't matter whether you are whatever age is, but it is very common with old age, after the age of mostly 50 or 60 or 70. But sometimes due to some reason, lifestyle or some other noise, you may have such type of condition where you need the amplification to make sound wave into a strong sound wave, so that it is converted into your internal ear into a strong electrical wave, and which is received by auditory nerve, and your brain is processing into again sound waves, so that very crystal clearly you will hear. And nowadays, I have already told you, with artificial intelligence, coordinated devices are there, very small, just put anywhere, and then you can connect with your smartphone, and it will take care, it will convert that all those sound waves which you are going to receive by your ears into a strong sound wave, so that you will get a strong electrical signal. So I am going to show you some of the images. So you can see here that how the sound wave is entering into air, and it is going to your first cochlear side, where the spring-like structure is there, and that is responsible of converting into electrical signal, and your aerodrum is there, which is making the vibration. And if the sound wave is poor, the vibration which is converting into electrical signal will be poor, and then it will be received by your auditory nerve. You see how sound wave is reaching and it is going to eardrum. That aerodrum means is a membrane. So that membrane is responsible of vibrating, and that vibration is received by internal air, and that is converted into electrical signal. So this sound wave what you are receiving, if it is poor, it's not a strong wave, then definitely your brain will not receive a strong electrical signal and it will be rusted, and you will be losing memory, that is called dementia condition, and finally it may lead to Alzheimer's, total memory loss. That is called rusted or dead brain, because for a long time we are receiving very poor quality of sound wave and we are not amplifying with the help of devices. This is your smartphone and AI application is there, and with that it is connected wireless, and you can hear and it can take care. It will filter off all the noise, and whatever is specific, very high precision sound, strong sound wave will be allowed to enter to your ear, and it will be processed in internal ear, and then it will be received by your brain, this strong electrical signal, and your brain will not be rusted. So what I have already told you, I have written here in the form of summary, because I have already told you that I strongly believe in writing and reading. So that's why those who are interested, they can copy down. Number one, you do not hear with your ears. This is very, very interesting to know, because I was having impression that with external ear, internal ear, with all those membranes, and then some conversion of waves is all done here, but I was not having impression that everything is processed by brain and then we hear. So it's very interesting because lot of research publications are coming and they are writing that you do not hear with your ears, rather you hear with your brain, and if your brain is not receiving enough stimulation, that is very important, because your brain should be always activated, always stimulated. And if it is not receiving enough electrical signal which is supplied by your auditory nerve, means those which are responsible of carrying the sound wave which is converted into electrical wave, and then your brain cells are stimulated. That is called stimulation by sound wave. Then your brain is called a rusted brain. There is rusting, and that rusting will lead to poor memory or dementia. The work of your ears is to convert sound wave into electricity. That is called electrical signal, and that is carried to your brain through your hearing nerves, and those hearing nerves are called auditory nerves, and in this way you hear with your brain, not with your ears. It is processed there, and after processing it is identifying and recognizing, and then you are hearing. The work of our ears is just to receive the sound wave. I have already shown you the image. You amplify it in big size and you will see all the position, because I am not anatomist or ENT specialist, I am chemist, so I am dealing with the role of wavelength, frequency and electricity, how it plays important role in hearing and how brain is involved. Mainly brain. We are hearing by brain, not by ears. Number two, how brain hears. Number one, sound wave enters from here and then to the ear through outer, that is called ear canal. Through ear canal it enters, that is sound wave, and then to ear drum vibration. Ear drum is there, that is a membrane. It will start vibrating once sound wave is hitting. And if that sound wave is weak, or even if it is strong, and your membrane, that eardrum, is weak, or your nerve is weak, then you are not receiving strong sound wave signals. And once it is not strong, your electrical conversion in the form of electrical signal will not be strong, and it will not stimulate, and it will be towards rusting of the brain. So the sound wave cause the eardrum to vibrate, and the coheler is a type of spring, like you can see inside there is one spiral type of substance which vibrates. That is responsible of converted into electrical signal, that is called coheler, and this coheler converts the vibration of sound into electrical signals. And this coheler is a spiral shape in the inner ear, and once you magnify that image of the ear, all are written, you can see it. That is spiral shape inner ear. Then auditory nerve, then the role of auditory nerve is there, and these are also known as that is nerve for your sound wave, and the electrical signals are transmitted to the brain through the auditory nerve, and brain processing starts. So this brain will start processing this electrical signal again into clear sound wave, and that sound will be clearly identified and recognized by your brain, not by your ear, and then you will hear after the processing, and then allow us to perceive and interpret the sound, and we will hear. Number 3, role of hearing aids. Now here there is important role of hearing aids in case where your ear is receiving poor sound wave signal. And here lot of myth is there. Many people, they fail to recognize that they are all internal ear, whole ear system, where your this eardrum and then coheral, that spiral, and then that is your auditory nerve, all are weak and damaged, so that you are not receiving enough sound. In that condition, it's a serious, and you immediately go for hearing aid. And nowadays in this modern technology, digital age, AI age, that is, you have lot of just very small devices, it is installed. So role of hearing aids, number 1, sound amplification. The first role is, it is having microphone, it will amplify the sound wave, and microphone will receive it a very loud signal, so you will hear very nicely, and your brain will also receive very strong electrical signal. And number 2, the conversion to electrical signals, because your this hearing aid, with it is supported by artificial intelligence, so it will guide, command that what type of signals should go to our brain, so that brain is not rusted. So that is conversion will take place properly, and then that is AI incorporated hearing aid is there. It is, you have seen in the image, you will see, and then digital hearing aid is also there. That digital one is now sophisticated. It will filter off all the noise, and whatever specific sound wave you want, you adjust with that, so only you will hear the lecture or music, whatever of your liking, and all other waves, undesired sound waves, will be filtered off by your digital hearing aid. And also nowadays wireless hearing aid is also there, and that is coordinated with artificial intelligence. So technology is very high, and you should not allow your brain to rust so that you are having rusted brain. So with this I will stop, and good hearing is quality of life. So please be careful and make the assessment and get it checked thoroughly. And once there is any chance of getting very poor sound signal, immediately you go for amplification with the help of artificial intelligence technology. Once again, thank you very much for watching the lecture.